I first heard the podcast on SoundCloud. It hadn't really gone viral at that time. So I heard it and I heard that part and I was like, you guys said, who the fuck is CKAY? I was like, The only response I would have, or the only way I could use the attention or the clout or whatever, was to do what I came here to do, which is to make music. CKAY is Chukwuka Ekwani. CKAY is obviously a short form of Chukwuka. I'm from Anambra State. I grew up in Kaduna State, and I'm an Afrobeat artist that likes to take risks in expressing himself. I feel like I try to be different with every song I make. I try to, do stuff that people haven't really done. That's kind of why I named the project CKAY the First. It's like me challenging convention to express myself, regardless of what the rules are. I just made music to express myself in a way that no one before me had ever done. Okay, so I had this friend in Kaduna. I think in the studio I was working in Kaduna, I produced a song for the guy. So he moved to Lagos before me. And I always said when I came to Lagos, I'm going to give him a call. So I got to Lagos, I gave him a call. And he said, oh yeah, Lagos. He said, okay, I went to a seminar and I met Audu at the seminar. So he was like, he gave me the address of the office and said I should come around, that I should play my music, blah, blah, blah. So he was like, yeah, he went there and he met the A&R. His name is Moti Cakes. He's now a presenter in Sound City. So he was like, yeah, that Moti will like you, man. He will like your song, blah, blah, blah. So just come. So he took me to the office in Lekki, and I went there and I played my music for Moti and he liked it. I wasn't signed immediately because the company, I think Lupi just merged with Chocolate City and there were like 15 artists or something. So I didn't get a deal at that point, but I was, he always had me come around, play beats, write songs, sitting on sessions and one thing. Then a couple months later, he told me that, oh, Emma, I heard one of the stuff you did and he really wants to meet you. So I met Emma I think a couple weeks later, and it was like surreal for me because Emma is someone I always looked up to for a long time. Like, Emma was actually my favorite rapper in Nigeria because I felt like, yo, this guy actually was the first guy to make standard hip hop, in my opinion. I was in Jess 1 when I first heard Safe, and I was like, yo. And I'm not saying this because I'm signed to Emma. Trust me, like that time I did not know Emma from Adam, but I was like, shit, this guy is dope, and he's like standard. He's up there with the Kanye West, and I'm not even saying this to impress anyone. It's just how I felt at the time, and I still feel that way. So I was kind of starstruck. I was like, wow, Emma likes my music. One thing. So basically, fast forward a couple months, I got signed as a producer. Then fast forward like a year later, I got signed as an artist. And I made a bunch of songs, and my first single was released, which was in Nkechi, then followed by a song with Dremo called God Damn It, then followed by the Pulse-inspired saga called Who the F is CKAY. How did I feel? So I was like, it's funny because I think the interview aired like 2 days after it was recorded. So Luz Kenon called me like a day before and said, he gave me a heads up and he said his storm is coming. He said that there was an interview that he had with Emma and Osagie, and my name was mentioned. So he said I should just prepare my mind, in case anything happened. So I was like, okay. So I didn't think it would be serious because he said my name was mentioned. I was like, oh, okay. In a 2-hour interview, my name was mentioned. There are like 100 billion other things they talked about. Why would everybody fixate on my own? Only for me to wake up the next day. I first heard the podcast on SoundCloud. It hadn't really gone viral at that time. So I heard it and I heard that part and I was like, you guys said, who the fuck is CKAY? I was like, okay. I just locked up, Then the next day, trending topic number 4, Twitter, CK. Everybody just started, it was like open season. Different people were saying different things they wanted to say about me. Some were like, oh, we don't even know the CK. Some people were like, how can you say you don't know CK? CK is under Chocolate City now. He has released such and such songs, you know. And it was just crazy because all of a sudden it was like there was a target on my back and everybody was just saying things. And that was like the first time something like that had happened to me. And I was kind of, first of all, I was like, why would Osagie even say such a thing? Because I met him before. I think he had even tweeted about me before. That, oh, he really likes this CK. He mentioned me and 2 other people. I said, oh, I like this guy's sound, blah, blah, blah. So for him to say that, I was like, like, which way? Like, was there need for that? What are you trying to, like, achieve or whatever? But then I was like, well, I felt like the only response I would have, or the only way I could use the attention or the clout or whatever, was to do what I came here to do, which is to make music. So we put together like a couple songs. I was supposed to release 2 of those songs actually as my next single. So I just took those 2 songs, Na You Biko Chineke Me, and added like 4 more songs to it, and we just put out like a playlist. So we just put it out, and you know, people really, really loved it. Unfortunately, I couldn't get videos for Chineke Me. I think all these things happened in like November, so September, yeah. Then, yeah, Container now came out March. But I think I recorded Container the next month, but we couldn't put it out till like March, you know. Then that happened, and Container was like a really, really big song. I'd say it's like my first major hit song, in quotes, like the song that everybody started being like, this guy, okay, you know. And yeah, I was really happy that that song came after the saga. It's just like, I feel that was like the best sequel to that saga. I'll call it a saga. It was like Twilight Saga. It's like Have I met him since then? I don't think so. Oh, I did. I actually met him like last month. For the first time since then. And it was at CCX Lounge. But we didn't, like, he was greeting some guys in one side and I was also greeting some guys in one side. I saw him, but we didn't talk. I don't know, we didn't just like meet, you know, like it was like a forum and there were like tons of people there, tons of celebrities and stuff. So there was just like a lot going on. So we didn't actually talk, but that was the first time I saw him since then. I ran away from home and I had not even sent a message. I typed like a long ass message to my parents that I was going to send as soon as I landed. I hadn't even sent that message yet. And this guy decided that, of all times, he was going to turn off his phone in that moment. I was swearing for this guy's generation, but eventually I had the address he gave me the night before and I just went there, not knowing what would happen. I mean, I had faith and I knew I was talented and I knew that somehow in this Lagos I'll meet one person and I'll have an opportunity, you know. And that was just the belief I had. I didn't know anyone. I was very scared. I was very uncertain, but I just knew I was going to make it work and I did. You know, it's been a long journey and it's not been the sexiest journey. I mean, some people had it easier. Some people, you know, they didn't have to leave their homes. Some people were even born in Lagos, you know. Some people had a godfather in the industry that just made a phone call, you know. I was like literally somebody that came from another state and did not know shit. And I just had to depend on God and my skill / my gifts, my talents, and hustle, man. And that's how I am where I am today. I would say it was singing. Since I was like 3 years old, I was always singing in the house. I would take like the remote and I would sing to the remote, sing along to like Westlife songs and Celine Dion, Backstreet Boys. But I would say I started to make my own music. I started to write my own music when I started learning how to play the piano and produce. That was like my first experience with creating music from scratch, not like singing someone's lyrics, you know. And I made a whole lot of mistakes because I was teaching myself, you know. I would take like a headset mic and record ideas and they might not sound so great, you know, then I'll do it again and again. So that was like the whole process that led me to creating songs. So I was like a guinea pig for myself. So I was producing my own stuff and I was like experimenting, and basically that led other people to listen to my stuff and be like, oh, you made this, make one for me. So that's how I started making songs for other people. And yeah, so it's kind of hard to say which one I fell in love first, but I would say it's the singing, because that even came before I learned how to produce. And my learning how to produce was so that I could make my own music. So yeah, I'd say so. So let me tell you what happened. You know the funny thing? I made that song last year. Most of the songs on that EP, I made them like last year. Kalakuta is like almost 2 years old. Like to Party is also almost 2 years old. So that one was like last year. And I just wanted to make something. I grew up around classical music. So in that period, I was just taking some time to like look into myself and reminisce on my childhood and things that surrounded me while growing up. And I wanted to make music from those things. So I just felt like I grew up around classical music. My dad always used to play Beethoven, Mozart. I'm like, I've not channeled this into my music before. So I was like, let me try sampling a classical song. So I had a couple options. I wanted to sample Fur Release by Beethoven. That was the but that one wasn't just sounding right. I had some couple Mozart songs as well, but that particular Beethoven song, the Fifth Symphony, it just worked. I was like, okay, I'll sample this song. So I took it, I replayed it, and I added some Afrobeat drums to it. Then I played the pianos on it as well. In addition to the violins, I played the pianos, then I bounced them and reversed them. So it has this like reverse kind of sound. Then I just freestyled on it. I was just like in a really good mood when I made the song, and I was just feeling myself. So I just started, you know, I just made the song and that was it. So funny story, I made the song and we kind of just kept it, you know, because I was working on the EP. I wasn't even sure it was going to be on the EP. So Lambo hit me up that she wanted to make a song. So I sent her some songs and she was like, oh, she really likes this one. So I was like, okay, cool, you can have the song. You know, because she wanted to put out something. So I was like, yeah, you can have the song. So she took the song, she did hypes on it. She was trying to get Tenny on the song. So she sent it to Tenny already. But then Tenny was taking forever to record, and my EP was getting ready. And I just came to a point where I was like, yo, my EP is missing something. I need one confirmed ginger song, because all the songs were like vibes and I just wanted some energy. And I was just on my phone and I just played the song and I'm like, shit, this song is hard, man. So I had to call Lambo. I was like, yo, Lambo, how far this song? So he said, yeah, man, Tenny is with the song, oh, I'm waiting for her. So I was like, Lambo, can I ask you a favor? You know you're my G and you know I love you, but that song, please, can I put it on my EP? She felt bad, you know. It was kind of because I gave her the song already, you get me? So I had to take it back. But I loved what she did on it. I was like, you know what, Lamb, let's drop this song, but let it just be on my project. Let's just put it out, let people feel it. So I took the song back from her and I dropped it. And that was like the first single from my EP. And yeah, everybody loves it as well. The video just came out, directed by Clarence, and it's on every station, so.